I am feeling good, and I mean truly good. And I can't believe that I'm saying this because just a few weeks ago, I felt absolutely terrible. I felt like crud. I was crying all the time. And yeah, I just feel good. So if you guys are new here, hello, my name is Amber and I am the owner of this channel, Renewing Amber. And if this is the first video that you're watching, this is kind of a mental health check-in. Also, I'm going to be doing a work with me so I can get some work done as well. Sorry, I was looking for my phone to make sure I had it because I need to take photos. But a little bit ago, I went through a breakup. And obviously, whenever you're going through a breakup, you are feeling very devastated at first. And that feeling of devastation usually takes a while to go away. And there's many stages of kind of like grief of going through a breakup. And, you know, some of them are that you get very angry. Some of them are that you go in that denial stage and you try to like beg for them back. There's many different stages. And the good news is I think I skipped a good amount of them, mostly because I think I have experience, unfortunately, in going through breakups, because I did have a soul crushing at the time breakup. I was with somebody for 7 years. We broke up, long story. I felt my life was completely over. But there is a very big difference of who I was then and who I am now. And who I was then was somebody that did not know their worth. And who I am today is somebody who knows their worth. And I will tell you about that in just a minute. Okay, so this is the first item that I am photographing today. I actually am just photographing Andy's swim. I got some off of a seller on Whatnot for a really great deal. I know that it is, you know, almost the middle of July and swimsuit season. People have already probably bought their swimsuits, but I do sell on eBay. There's always going to be international buyers looking for swim. There is always going to be people going on last minute trips looking for swim, going out of the country. So I list all seasons all the time, and hopefully some of these will sell. This one is the Belmar top. I have a couple tops and a one piece, and it is just a little black top. So we're going to take photos of her. Okay, so what I mean by knowing my worth is that when I went through a breakup before, I thought that I could not have a life without that person. And I could not even fathom, you know, finding somebody else because I felt like my whole world was over. And in this breakup, obviously I felt that way as well for a time because that is just normal. And I truly love and care for my ex. He is literally incredible. He has shown me what a very healthy relationship looks like and a very stable, healthy, happy relationship looks like. And I will forever be grateful for him, to him for that. And it's not that I loved him any less or any more than my other breakup. It's that I process things different now because I understand my worth, basically. I know what I bring to the table for somebody. I know I am an incredible partner, and I don't mean that in a like boasting kind of way. I have worked very, very hard on myself to be the best version of myself, especially with somebody else, because I know how unhealthy it was in my past. And I knew that I wanted to not be that way. And so I chose to look within while I was single and really, truly find kind of like the best version of myself with somebody else. I obviously worked on myself as a whole as well, but I mean finding what is actually important in relationships, which is communication, being open, being able to say like, hey, I don't like that, or setting boundaries, being a listener. And what I mean by that is being an active listener, not actually listening to them and not absorbing the information and just being like, yeah, okay, cool, like that's great, but actually listening and giving active responses back. And I know that sounds like, isn't that what you should do normally? I think once you're with somebody for a while, I think that you start to lose active listening. I think in the beginning, people are very excited to learn about their partner, right? But at some point, they aren't caring about the day-to-day, and not on purpose. It just kind of happens because you have so much going on in your own mind that you're trying to work out. And so I think, like I said, along the way, people lose that active listening, and I try extremely hard to, have that understanding, respectful, so many different things. Anyways, I'm not trying to boast about myself. I'm just saying that I know that I'm a really great partner and a really good person. And I know that my life is not over, even though I lost somebody that I really care about. Now, let's talk about other aspects of my mental health with this and in general. Some things that I'm struggling with that I am working past is my age. My age on being single. Before I talk about that, let's talk about the next item I'm gonna photograph. This is another Andy Swim. This is one of their one pieces. It is called the Catalina one piece, very popular. They make really great basic swimsuits that a lot of people like because they're very flattering. And this one does have a cutout in the back. Okay, so what I mean by my age is I am now 33, which I still have a lot of life to live. Do not get me wrong. I have a lot of life to love. I have a lot of life to be loved. And I'm not worried about that in a sense, but I am worried about the time clock that women have. Now, I have already accepted a very long time ago, because with my first boyfriend, with the 7 years, most likely we weren't going to have children. And so I've kind of kept that on. Would I like children? Yes and no, kind of depends. I grew up always wanting children. And as time has gone on, I've accepted the fact that I probably won't have children. And I'm fine, I've accepted that. And so it's not something, I'm not really worried about my age for a child fact, but I am worried about my age in the way that this is still like a time where men are still trying to figure themselves out and what they actually want, right? Obviously, there are going to be mature men at every single age. But I think in late 20s, early 30s, I think some men are looking to settle down and, figure out their life. And some men are still looking to play games and, do hookups and whatever else. And it's just something that I am not looking forward to in the dating world because I am in my early 30s. There's just so much room for nonsense, and I'm just not looking forward to that. So that is something that I do worry about because I had a really terrible time dating when me and my ex broke up before I met this one. And I was almost not even going to go out with him because I had been dating for 2 years and it just was going around in circles and I was having a very bad time and I was just so over the head games and the mind games and just everything that he messaged me and said, hey, like, do you want to go out tonight? And I called my best friend and I'm like, I'm so over this. I'm so over people. Like, I don't want to go out with anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone. Like, I'm just done with dating. And I went out with him and she convinced me to go out with him and it was incredible and amazing and I met him and I'm so grateful for that. And they do say like, when you're not looking for it, it's going to come, right? And I was grateful that I went with him. Obviously, I had a really amazing time, and we ended up dating, and it was great. And yeah, so I'm not looking forward to the dating aspect point. I'm not even there yet. I'm not even thinking about dating. Right now, I'm truly working on myself. But at some point in the future, I am going to date. And it's nerve-wracking, especially in your early 30s, because there's still so many immature people, right? So that's a little bit hard and something I'm working through. Next on my mental health, things that are bringing me a lot of stress is finances. I never relied on my ex for money or anything like that. I've always been very independent, and so this isn't like a big, it's not like this is a big change for me that he is not supporting anymore, because I never relied on that, right? But what I did do is take a very big leap of faith a few years ago to do my business full time and leave my corporate job. And the job market now is absolutely atrocious. And I have been applying to places. I've been applying places for a few months now, and I haven't heard anything back, unfortunately. If you guys know, if you guys are on TikTok or anything, the job market is just very bad right now. And I'm just toying around with the idea of, should I get a job? And the job is obviously to help financially, but also to help socially. I don't have a lot of people in this area because I have my old coworkers who I love and adore, but besides that, I never really made friends. I kind of like went from being in a long-term relationship, went to being heartbroken and depressed for a long time, ended up dating and then finding my recent ex. And then you're in like that honeymoon phase and you want to be around them all the time. And so I never took the chance to really like meet people and make friends around here. And so part of me just wants a job for that social aspect. But the other reason obviously is financial. I would love to keep doing what I want to do, which is reselling, being an entrepreneur. But to do that, I need to be in an area that has space, which means I can't really move into a small apartment because I need to get large deliveries and bring packages and everything. And most of our apartments are all on like second and third floors. And it just wouldn't be feasible for me to run my business in the volume that I do in an apartment, right? So I need to stay in like a place that I have now, which is a house, but houses are a lot more expensive. And I am just trying to figure out whether I am able to do this or not and keep my business going, having that be the main source of income. I am switching up my live show strategy. I don't have a bins around me anymore. I got hit by a tornado and they are not actively fixing it. I don't know what they're going to do, but there has been no updates. I drove by there the other day. It's all, taped off, and it's the same exact place the same exact state that it is in. So I don't think that's coming back anytime soon. So I've been having to make a lot of bulk buys to get inventory, which is more expensive. If anybody knows, if you're buying items online to get shipped to you, obviously they're going to be more expensive. And so it has been hard for me to continue to run my business at a volume based that I did for selling items at the prices I did to make a profit. So I am changing up my strategy, and I am doing like more buy it now shows at higher starting prices so that I can make more profit per item so that I can continue to be an entrepreneur. I'm also trying to build YouTube, so at some point that can be monetized, and I know that I won't make a large amount from YouTube, but I can, make enough to make videos worth it and show you guys, go through this journey with me. So that will be exciting when that happens. I'm very excited about that. And then also I have a Patreon with my 5 friends. We're in business together, so that is growing. I'm appreciative of that. And then I also have an Etsy. It's always linked down below. It's more for me to get my creative side out because I love digital design and graphic design. I took classes in college for it. I'm literally obsessed with graphic design. And so that is a way for me to, you know, get my creative side out. So it's not something that makes me a ton of money. I actually haven't had any sales in a while because I don't really promote it or do anything. I just make designs and post them when I'm feeling inspiration. So that is more of a very, very passive income. Also trying to grow my social medias. That is a little bit of a learning curve for me because I've just never been drawn to post on social media. And so going from posting nothing on social media for years to trying to post on social media, it is a very big learning curve, but it is something that I am learning and trying and growing. And, you know, I'm hoping that I can build all these income streams that can make me a successful solo individual entrepreneur and continue to do what I love to do instead of going back to work and being in that 9-to-5 grind. Not that I don't grind, I work a lot of time. Okay, this is another Andy swim top. This is the capri top. This is a little black. It has a little like turn there, and then here is the back. I'm gonna take photos of this. So anyways, financially and figuring out what I'm gonna do with my business, where I'm going to live, that has definitely been, you know, weighing on my mental health. So we'll see where that goes. But apart from, you know, doing a lot more things alone and trying to figure myself out and figure out hobbies and things like that, I'm doing very well mentally for going through a long-term breakup. And I'm very happy that my body has reacted this way in my mind. I do believe it's like kind of like a mindset. I know that there's a lot of things that you can't control, and you know, you have to just let your body do the things that it's going to do. And I did let my emotions happen for a while. You know, I was crying every day for a while. I was crying in the showers. I was just letting my body accept and process everything that happened. And I think that the more you do that, the more successful you will be at, you know, getting more to a level field in your mind, right? So yeah, I'm feeling really good. And some things that I want to start focusing on is I would love to get back to the gym. I'm going to try to make that a goal next week, is starting to go back to the gym at least twice a week. Would love to go 3 times a week, but I think that really helps with mental clarity. I also already have been going on almost every day, 2 walks a day, at least 1 walk a day every morning. Right when I wake up, I brush my teeth, I, you know, put on deodorant and everything like that, and then I bring Cosmo for a walk. And that morning sun has really helped set the tone for my day. And so that has been a non-negotiable and something that I truly believe has helped me. And during that time, I also read a audiobook or listen to an audiobook. Right now, I'm obsessed with psychological thrillers, and I am reading, this one's pretty good. I'm reading None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. And if you guys have any book recommendations, please leave it down below, because I love listening to audiobooks. I really love psychological thrillers, true crime, with fiction as well. And I love fantasies. I'm a big, obviously, Sarah J. Maas fan. But yeah, leave them down below because I love reading. I'm more of an audiobook girly these days, just because I really like listening to it on my walks. It really helps me, especially, or if I'm going for a drive, going to the gym, going to the post office, where I'm going to do errands. Love listening to audiobooks. So those are also helped me, because there's nothing like listening to an audiobook and like getting submerged in that person's life, like literally obsessed with it. So that is one thing that is helping me. I also would really like to get into a book club. I went on Facebook Marketplace and have been looking at different book clubs around me. I did join one, but it has like 900 members and they get together like once a month, and I'm a little nervous because I don't know how many people that is. Like, what if like 500 people go? Like, it's kind of a lot for me because like I don't know anybody. And so anyways, I am looking for a book club. So that is something that I will do as soon as I find the right one for me. And that will be very exciting because then I could talk about all my books with people, and I love doing that. I was also thinking of doing like little book reviews on YouTube. I don't know if people would like that, but I love dissecting things. Like, I love it. Whenever, like, when me and my ex, we love reality TV. Whenever we watch reality TV or true crime or anything, we always pause it. Like, whenever we have to say something, we always pause it and then we like dissect it. And I'm literally obsessed with that. And I feel like I would love to do that on YouTube, but I don't know if anyone would be interested in that. So let me know down below if you would watch those, because I think it'd be so much fun. But there would obviously have to be spoilers because it's a dissection, right? So anyways, I'm just trying to do things that I know will fill my cup, as I say. I love to fill my cup. I love to feel productive and like that I'm working my mind, or that I'm working physically, or that I'm kind of doing something that is bettering me and my mental health. And so don't get me wrong, I love to binge TV as well, especially reality TV. I'm watching Love Island right now. You know, if you know, you know. But I also like things that are more healing to the soul as well. I do like going outside and things like that. So those are the things that I am doing right now to kind of help my mind kind of wrap around the situation and make it easier to go through. But I do know that I am going to have off days and I'm going to have bad days. And I do know that I will obviously cry again. There's no doubt about that, because, you know, especially when you are going through a breakup, there is things that just happen randomly that remind you of that person. And it's obviously going to rattle you, right? And so don't beat yourself up if you are doing so well for so long and then you just kind of like break down, because I think that's just human nature. I think it's human nature to have emotions and experience emotions and have things come out when you least expect it. And I don't think anyone should ever beat themselves up for feeling that way. Well, anyways, guys, I finished picturing all the items that I wanted to picture, and a lot of them were just Andy Swim tops. If you guys, also I am wanting to do more lifestyle content. So I think I'm gonna start doing like a monthly financial report. Some other people wanted me to do like day in the lives or weekend vlogs or cleaning vlogs. If you guys have any content that you really like watching, leave it down below, because I am looking really to figure out what people want to see. And so I would love if you said like some of your favorite creators. Doesn't have to be reselling related. Like, what do you love to watch on YouTube? Obviously, I can't make a video about everything, but I would love to pick some things that really resonate with me and make them for you guys, because I really think showing the vulnerability and the kind of everydayness of real people is important to me. I am not the most aesthetic person ever, you know, like I have a very everyday house, you know, very everyday, like fun job. And so I definitely can't make like crazy aesthetic videos because that's just not me. Your girl is a bit of a mess sometimes. Not a mess as in not clean, but a mess as in like clumsy and like not coordinated. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening, and let me know your thoughts down below if you went through a breakup or just in general what your mental health is right now. Maybe in a week I come on and I'm like in a depressing ball. I don't know. I hope that's not the case because I am doing very well, but you never know what's gonna hit you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow this channel and I would love to have you be a part of my journey, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.